Good morning on what is day 126 of Peter and Doxie sailing from New South Wales to Queensland. And yeah, pretty well set to leave Gladstone Marina soon and head up the Narrows, which is a waterway between Curtis Island and the mainland, and make our way to Great Keppel Island, which I hope to get to by this evening. So just waiting for the tide to start coming in a little bit more. If you saw yesterday's video, the Narrows is a very shallow waterway and can only be crossed at top of the tide in good conditions. So looking good for those today. Got a good high tide around about 12:15 or thereabouts. It's now just after 7 a.m. Look at those clouds. You should have seen them this morning when they were lit up from underneath. I just missed them. I glanced them out the port light, but yeah, anyway, there'll be others. But very peaceful day here in the marina. Expecting the wind to go back to the south a bit. There's not much of anything at the moment, but I'm just giving it a few more minutes, just letting the incoming tide find its legs a little bit so we can hitch a free ride up to the Narrows and then hopefully catch the outgoing tide down the other side. All right, so power cords away and been stowed even. I've taken the tag back for the marina, so really all that's left is to start the engine and let the lines go, and we're pretty much on the way. So I'm just going to finish my coffee and then do that, and let's see what today brings. Lines ready to cast off. And here we are leaving G6 I think it was, here at Gladstone, and gonna make our way out that way. I can feel a little bit of a southerly starting, so that's great news. Okay, just making our way back to the exit of the basin. Look at that sky. It's pretty amazing. Oh, and there's a bit of a breeze. Nice. Right, and that's farewell to Gladstone Marina for now. Got this ferry coming up my clacker. Might just slow down and pull over. I've just done a little orbit here just to let Colleen go out first. Their need is greater than mine, I'm sure. Just got a friendly wave from the skipper. So there we go. Now we'll go out behind them. Certainly a narrow little waterway, this one, but it works. Okay, looking back up the river. There we go with the AIS. Quick as I can turn it off, the next one comes up. Okay, see the yacht club and everything there. A nice evening, steak and everything they have there. And following Colleen here out into the Auckland Creek. Looks like passenger ferries are starting to come in. I guess people going to work coming out from the islands in various places. So going to get busy. Oh yeah, got a bit of a breeze happening, and the sun I can start to feel now as well through that, I don't know, polystyrene layer of cloud. A larger ferry coming in, more commuters I'd say, but look at that sky. Amazing. Okay, I've shut the engine off, and as we leave the clatter, bang and everything of Gladstone, yeah, things will settle a bit down more into a more natural environment. But yeah, it's pretty surroundings, but yeah, I guess this stuff has got to be somewhere. And I tell you what, I'm sure they do very well out of it here. You can see in the town that they've got money to spend on things. So yeah, you can see the lead lights back there for ships coming down the creek. This is obviously the coal terminal, and I think we've got, not quite sure what this one is, Could be coal as well, who knows. And I could see some flame up ahead in the distance, so I guess that'll be the oil terminal, or gas, or similar. Yeah, gas probably, because I've seen the gas ships come from further up the river. So there you go. We're going along at just over 4 knots, just on the jib now. I think the jib is more just to give me steerage as the tide takes us along. Very strong tide coming in, which is, you don't want to muck around and go against it. That would be no fun. Look at the sun shining on. Oh, I've forgotten the name of the mountain now, but there it is. Well, if it isn't Bruce. There we go. Been wondering where Bruce was. Well, looks like that is the road terminal. Yeah. All sorts of other industry things going on there, but as I said, I think the gas terminal might be here. Yeah, that looks like a gas carrying ship up there. So I think I see flames at the top of those towers, probably not in this light, but I could earlier on. So that's Curtis Island on that side, mainland on this side. There's sort of 2 channels here, so I've taken the right one, which is slightly shorter. I see a catamaran's just gone by on engine. They've gone through the outside channel, the left channel, which could have a faster tide. Logic would say yes, it's probably got a faster tide going through it. So potato, basically shorter distance, faster tide. Probably ends up being around about the same thing. So yeah, the breeze is a bit light at the moment, so let's just see how we go for a little while and put the engine on if I think that we're falling behind. Bearing in mind the catamaran's going to be able to get over the top of the narrow, Ramsey Crossing way before any of us can because of the drafts thing. Yes, what you said. Yeah, so still lots of... It's still industry around the place, but it's starting to thin out now. A little bit more natural countryside, and a lot less pinging on the AIS, which I'm quite happy about. Interesting cloud formations. Yep, I think that is the gas terminal.
Security. All ships.
Here we've got Mount Larkham. Yes, I did remember the name. Sliding behind little Mangrove Island in the middle of the stream here. And you can see the tide pulling on the port marker there, so it's pushing us along. Just got enough breeze to push me just over 4 knots, which is about what I want. My thing is I don't want to get there too early either. Yeah, which probably means I'd have to drop anchor or something. Looking back at Gladstone now, and swinging round towards the mainland. Looks like we're starting to leave the last bits of industry behind. So just up the mainland side, and looking up ahead to where we're going. I'm just easing myself back into the mainstream to try and pick up a bit more of the current. This is Curtis Island on this side. It's also other than that bit of grass there, going back to more of a natural state now. Interesting on that point. Nice sandy beach by the looks of it, and palm trees. You'd think there was a resort there. So the sandflies here apparently are unbelievable, but I'll go ahead and believe it. Sprayed myself from top to toe, and I'll do so several more times as we go through, I think, just to stay on the safe side, because sandfly bites stay with you for so long. Alright, the wind's come up a bit nicely. I'm back in the mainstream, just doing about 4.1 knots at the moment. So yeah, quite comfortable with that. There's clouds here again. Well, again, it's just different now. sand on the beach. The only house around anywhere. Am I hearing dueling banjos? Alrighty, got the motor back on, motor sailing now, just to push it along a bit. The tide basically indicates that I could go over now, so I'm just going to go. It's up around the corner, the shallow bit starts. You can't see the corner, it's okay, nor can I. It's in there amongst the greenery, right? Oh, okay, and the brownery. So yeah, it's all mangrove. Well, yeah, mangrove country, quite red soil. Yeah, behind that house is a grass area, so yeah, I'm not sure what they've got there. I would have thought this was national park or something, but that's not necessarily the case. Looking back along the Curtis Island side, lots of bush, mangroves along the water. And looking back at Gladstone, which we'll lose sight of, I assume, as we go round the corner shortly.
And the jacket barge one has just requested a no wash at Port Central.
Okay, last look back at Gladstone, I'd say. Moving around. And up ahead is the bend. We're in the channel at the moment, haven't entered the shallows yet. We've got 5.4 meters at the moment, and it's rising. Okay, here we go. Coming up to the shallow portion soon. First marker there, the port marker. That powerboat's just going around it now. Wind's died off, it's alright, I've got the sails down anyway. Ooh, the temperature's gone up. It's, so far so good. We're about 7 meters of water at this time. And because the tide is going to be a pretty high one, I'm approaching now just about an hour and 3/4 before the high tide. I'm just going to see how it feels. If it gets down a bit, I'll just turn around and wait. Okay, so we're past the first port marker. Starboard marker up ahead. We are in about 4.5 meters of water in the channel here at this time. And yes, warmer sand flows just came in. And I just covered myself again with the spray. So far so good. Okay, 4 meters of water. That's good. It's varying up and down slightly, but holding steady at this time. Gladstone's about to disappear, and that catamaran that was sitting there is now going to say, I'll follow him. If he can get through, I can certainly get through. So we're basically hopping from one trench to the next, zigzagging across the waterway here. I'm in 3 meters of water at this time, looking for the next trench. Security. Yes, it definitely wouldn't be the obvious route, would it? The one closest to the mangroves is the deepest. Right, okay. Yeah, 5 meters at the moment. Coming up on the next shallow fairly shortly. See the hills in the distance there. Not sure what they are. Just thought I'd point out there were hills over there. Alright, well he's off. A little bit faster than I can. And round, left and right we go. And now and then there's an opening. A little bit of breeze comes through, chases some of the sandflies away. And we're pretty damn close to the mangroves here. Okay, so we're into another shallow piece, looking at just better than 2.5 meters below us.
And this is sort of green on the chart, if you like, which I always find is totally disconcerting. I mean, green means land. I know it's almost land, and in some cases it will be. So anyway, slowly. Looks like it's going to get tight up here, going between these little islets. It's almost like going between the trees in your boat. It's kind of weird. 2.6 under the boat. We must be at top of the hill almost, because the tide's actually against us now, even though it's still coming in. Don't know if this is to do with Ramsey Crossing, but we must be getting close. Just following the leads here, in fairly deep trench at the moment, around about 6 to 7 meters. Battling against the well, it's still the incoming tide, but let's see. We've obviously crossed the hills, so it's still coming in from the north, but sometime in the next 40 minutes I expect to see that weaken and then start going our way, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Just coming around this way. I think Ramsey Crossing should be up here somewhere. So this is Ramsey Crossing. And there we are. It's the same as everything else that we've seen, doesn't it? Just had that motor sailor go the other way. I was sort of wondering when the traffic going south would start appearing, but yeah, there they are. So slowly picking up speed as the tide starts to slacken. Yeah, we're just holding a steady 3.5 meters or so, and we'll be out of the shallows fairly shortly. Looking forward to that downhill run with the tide. Okay, that's the shallows behind us, pretty much. Turn the corner here in a moment, head down this channel, and we'll be in deep water again, so we can go as we will. Nice. And some more southbound traffic. I am ready for this. So we cruise down. No wind really. I've got the mainsail up. Just motor sailing. So at least when the wind does come, I'm good to go. I'm just following this guy. He's got a bigger keel than I've got, although there's plenty of water. It's 12 meters. Right, ready to eat. Well, we're still motor sailing, although more motor than sailing, because we're also pretty well directly into the wind, so I probably should actually just take the main down, which I'll do shortly. Made a decision. I am going to actually stop at Sea Hill Point, which is basically at the northwest corner of Curtis Island. It's 1 o'clock. And I just don't feel that crossing out to Great Keppel now, on top of what we've already done today, would just be a great thing to do. So, yeah, like all good plans, be prepared to change. Just no sense in pushing it. Yeah, I didn't sleep really well last night, so don't feel like I'm bouncing. So, you know what, I'm going to just call this a good leg for the day. Go to Keppel tomorrow. Anyway, let's see how it looks when we get there. Alright, so this is the last bend on this channel, and we're starting to see the open sea now. Alright, getting a bit of sailing done now with both sails up, and of course as soon as I get the camera out the wind dies off. We were going along like a train there. Anyway, still going along okay. It's quite changeable here, but I guess you find that at the heads of a waterway. Although it's fairly low lying here, but no doubt it's disturbed as it comes across Curtis Island.
So we're now coming down into Keppel Bay, and the little lump just in from the headland there is actually Sea Hill Point, which is where I'm going to anchor nearby. This side looks like it's a long way, but it's shallow all the way on the left-hand side. But got quite a bit of a brisk sail coming in here, actually. It was actually the first time I've done an upwind sail like this for a little while. So, yeah, went really well. That's the mainland over there. Great Keppel Island is not really in sight from here. It's more round the bend. So that's Sea Hill Creek. You know, a couple of little houses down the bottom, and there's actually a lighthouse in the trees up.
So, all entrenched now. This is the nearby beach, which is a little bit more, well, a little bit larger now. The tide's gone out. But yeah, you can see the lighthouse. I just thought it was going to be some sort of bog ordinary beacon type, but it actually has some style. Anyway, that's Sea Hill Point. Round this away. And I'm picking that Great Keppel is behind the the beach here. Where those hills there are more mainland in the distance. I guess in there somewhere you've got Emu Park, Yeppoon, those kind of places, Roslyn Bay. And I'm told, or I read, that the sunsets can be very nice here too. And I'll tell you what, this one's shaping up to be okay. So yeah, just looking around the mainland, and we've got a few boats joined us. So 3 more have rolled up. They came from the no, there was 1 more that was behind me, so it's joined, and then 2 more have come from the north, heading south. Yeah, there'll be a bit of traffic coming down because the pod, as we call it, which is everybody who goes up the coast during the winter, is starting to head south now. There's a catamaran in that shallow water in amongst the mangroves there, so yeah, some like me ready to go north, and a few more ready to go south. So there we have the Narrows behind us, so I can say I've been through it now. You know, I probably won't get to say that often because it doesn't come up on many questionnaires, but yeah, done it. That's good. Not as yeah, you always have these vague sort of pictures in your mind of what it's like, but yeah, it's probably not too dissimilar to the Great Sandy Strait, just on a smaller scale and a smaller depth. But yeah, still, if you do it at the right time, totally navigable. So yeah, that's a bit of a shortcut, and it's a good route to take. Of course, if the weather's bad out there, you can go this way. So all good. Anyway, that is the day. Tomorrow, I have not yet even looked for what the tides and stuff are like tomorrow for going across the Great Keppel, and even which part of Great Keppel I'll go to, because that'll depend very much on what the wind's doing. So yeah, we do the Great Keppel Island, or GKI shuffle. When the wind changes and different parts of the shore are exposed, the boats will troop around to the other side and back again. So anyway, we will see where the shuffle is up to when I get there. Anyway, this is Dawn Raider, and don't forget to like and subscribe and comment, and yeah, share it. This is Dawn Raider, out.